Hey guys, it's lukemick here. Obviously we have
YOLO.
Jermaine
Smith.
and of course JJ, right?
Of course.
And this review is about an hour in the making. It was really a hassle to get it off the ground, to really get this picture in motion, but we got it. So here's our collective review.
Production issues.
Sorry, of Kick-Ass 2, Balls to the Wall. Except I think that little self-titled thing was dropped.
Yep.
Yeah, so Kick-Ass 2 review.
It was just balls to walls, actually.
Balls to walls.
Was that the Kick-Ass 2?
No, it's just Kick-Ass 2, Balls to walls. So Kick-Ass 2 is obviously the follow-up to 2010's Kick-Ass, a superhero film that was much different than the average superhero flick. It was definitely a much more violent movie. Great mix between comedy and violence, I think. And I love the movie. I thought it was really good. Jermaine?
Yeah, I love that movie, absolutely. I thought it was one of the best movies of the year that year, I think.
2010, it was a really good movie.
Yeah.
Scott Pilgrim has it beat though. Anyways, JJ.
I liked Kick-Ass. Maybe not as much as these guys,
Yeah.
but it's still good.
Understandable. And we have mostly original cast back as all their characters for the sequel, except one, his friend Todd, is played by some other guy. He's not really that big of a deal though. So yeah. So you have pretty much the main cast and crew, except I was worried about one thing, and that is the director. Matthew Vaughn did not direct it. Jeff Wadlow, I believe his name is, directed it instead, and I believe he directed Never Back Down. And that was one of my beefs with the movie before it came out, about 2 years ago, or a year ago, whenever I found out that Matthew Vaughn wasn't going to be directing it. I was really disappointed and kind of skeptical.
Yeah.
And then the trailer came out, and I was like, well, it looks okay, but it doesn't look that great. So I really wasn't too excited for it. You know, I was glad to go see it, but I really wasn't pumped at all.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be pretty crappy, to be honest with
I
you.
thought it would be garbage for the most part.
Yeah.
So obviously we're going to talk to you guys about it now so you know what it was really like, I guess through our opinions and our eyes. So, story, Kick-Ass, Colonel Stars and Stripes, Jim Carrey, sort of puts together a group of superheroes, and Kick-Ass joins, and they're going to go, you know, fight crime in New York. And Christopher Mintz-Plasse, I cannot ever pronounce his name, so I just call him McLovin. He obviously, his father was killed in the first film, and he's pissed, and he wants to get revenge on Kick-Ass. So he puts together his own group of supervillains and names himself the Motherfucker, and they have to clash, and that's pretty much the whole movie is getting their teams developed and then the battle at the end of the movie. I liked the story. I thought it was a good idea, and I thought it was done well for the most part. I like the idea of having lots of superheroes and lots of supervillains, and yeah, I liked it story-wise.
Yeah, I thought the story was good. The way the story was carried out, necessarily, like on a smaller level, wasn't perfect, but overall, from a broader perspective, I thought the story was good.
Yeah.
Entertaining?
Yeah, entertaining. It was pretty original,
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean,
it's
different. The first Kick-Ass was unique, and this one...
Yeah,
too.
this
one...
wasn't bad.
Let's just talk about the performances before we talk about kind of like the sort of tone of the movie. The performances here are all really mostly good, I would say. The only one that really kind of bugs me a little bit, and I'm just kind of annoyed with her character, that's Hit Girl, Chloe Moretz, I believe her name is. I thought she'd be really annoying, and she did have some really dumb one-liners, but her character was developed pretty well throughout the movie, and I thought she did a good job, as she did in the first one. It's just that I'm a little annoyed with her right now.
Yeah.
And Aaron Johnson as Kick-Ass is awesome. Jim Carrey was in the movie as well, as you probably know. He was good. And McLovin, my God, he was the funniest guy.
He was funny.
He was hilarious.
Yeah, absolutely.
The motherfucker. I mean, you guys agree with that?
Yeah, he was a scene stealer.
Yeah, he stole many scenes. It was good.
Yeah, Chloe Moretz as Hit Girl. From the trailer, I thought she was just gonna be the most annoying character.
Same.
Like I thought I wouldn't be able to stand her, and at first I was kind of like, you know. But I got used to it.
Yeah.
After, you know, like I would say like a half hour in, I was kind of like, I got it.
Yeah. And you know, with the first movie, we got all the characters developed, and I think it did a pretty nice job of really developing them even more,
Yeah.
and getting to know them more, and I really did like that aspect of it.
Yeah.
I felt like I got to know them more. I mean, what else can I say? So let's talk about the tone of the movie. It was really funny for the most part, like especially like we said,
Yeah.
McLovin. Those parts were really funny, but then it have these like really, really, really dark moments, and the ultraviolence and comedy goes well. But in this one, unlike the first one, it just got to some really dark scenes and then like a joke right after.
Yeah.
It was just really off-putting. It felt weird, but I don't know. You didn't really have a lot of time to transition back into the comedy after something bad
Yeah.
happened, and I think that's definitely a negative on the movie. It just felt really weird.
Yeah, like the first one was, the first Kick-Ass was comedy, but then they'd have a lot of dark things, and there was kind of a dark tone throughout the entire movie, though.
Yeah, I
And-
think
Yeah, so you had time to
To
relax.
take it all in.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
when Big Daddy, gets
Bit
killed in
the
the
dust.
first one. Yeah.
Mhm.
You have a while to be like, whoa, and it's a pretty long scene. And,
Yeah.
But in this one, it's like something really dark would happen, and then 2 seconds later, a joke would be told.
Yeah, it was weird. And I think overall this one felt more how does it feels really different from the first one. It just feels like they weren't taking it as seriously, I
Yeah.
guess.
not at all.
It just felt really just sort of random. It was funny because of the randomness, but it just wasn't as like
Serious.
it wasn't as serious and
Yeah.
just wasn't as like I don't know, it just felt really weird. The movie had a very weird tone and I didn't like that.
Yeah, it felt like I would say a joke, but not necessarily in a bad way. They just weren't making like in the first one they were making a funny movie that could be looked at and be taken completely seriously.
Yeah.
Like but in this one, like some of the scenes, like the
God,
six stick
yeah.
scene.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
that was
There's
just
no way
so
to take that seriously.
out of the.
No way.
I personally thought that was so out of the blue, like
Oh well, Jesus, yeah.
You know.
like almost like a one of those farts and giggle jokes almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the direction, it's all right. They use kind of a bit of shaky cam. I think during the fighting sequences.
Yeah, I didn't.
I mean, it
have a
was
big problem with
choreographed well, but I really wish Matthew Vaughn would have directed it. I think it would have been handled a lot better
that. Yeah.
for the most part.
I didn't have a huge problem with the fighting scenes. It was like, it wasn't necessarily shaky cam. It was, but it wasn't what you
like-
think when you
Yeah, it
think
wasn't
shaky
like a
cam.
good day to die hard, but it just showed the brutality, I guess. And cinematography, it looks just like the first Kick-Ass with the color scheme and all that.
Except the CGI stuff.
Yeah,
Like
I was gonna mention
backgrounds
that.
and
There was this, if you've seen the trailer, Hit Girl is
Yeah.
on top of a truck at one point, and the background, it doesn't look very good.
yeah, and
It
they
looks
don't
pretty
show
bad.
that shot of her like face with the bad background that many times. A lot of it's like the stunt double,
Yeah.
So it's a wide shot and it's real.
Mhm.
But those little
Yeah.
close-ups kind of bug me.
blemishes.
Yeah.
So overall, I mean, is that all we really? Is there anything else you guys wanted to mention about the movie? The music was what do you think of the music?
I don't know. There's scenes that like they had like music that fit in, but there was like a couple times that I was just kind of like, why
There
is
was-
this even in
It was
here?
it was
Like,
just a really weird movie. It didn't feel like the first one, and I think that's gonna be sort of a turn off for a lot of people who watch it. But
Yeah.
I still enjoyed it. It definitely wasn't nearly as good as the first one. It just felt so weird. I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5 stars. I think as my final score.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5 too.
I'm gonna go
Imagine.
2.5.
Tough guy, huh? Always going one
I
step
don't know,
lower.
The beginning really bugged me.
Yeah,
I
the
know it
begi-
bugged Jermaine too.
Yeah, the
but
beginning did.
It
Yeah.
warms up a little bit, but still just.
Yeah.
So, should you see the movie? If you like the first Kick-Ass, definitely check it out. If you didn't like the first one, then I don't recommend seeing it. It's good, but it really isn't that great. And that's pretty much wraps
Yeah.
up the review. So please subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.